Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for joining me on today's episode of Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuola from Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode, I want us to discuss about how old keys will not unlock new doors. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Make it a point of duty to move different because you want a different life. Remember, old keys cannot unlock new doors. Make it a point of duty to move different because you want a different life. Remember, old keys can't unlock new doors. That is what I want us to think about. That is what I want us to meditate upon today. For a few short seconds, can you think about what I just said, this anchor statement? Can you just meditate upon it? Can you think about it before I explain what I mean, before I explain my point of view? It's important for you to also and always think about the statement and what it means to you. Old keys cannot unlock new doors. So I will advocate and I will advise you today. Move differently because you want a different life. Let the life you want determine how you move. Let the life you want determine how you move. The first point, the first insight that I want us to understand is that there is a connection between our mindset and our actions. There is a very, very strong and important connection between our mindset and our actions. Our thoughts and belief system shapes our actions, and ultimately, our actions shapes our lives. Whatever you see in your life right now is the product of your actions, and all your actions are products of your thoughts and belief system. So, you need to understand that your thoughts and belief system shapes your actions, and your actions determines ultimately shapes your lives. If you desire a different life, you must first cultivate a mindset that supports that vision. See, moving differently begins with thinking differently. You cannot move differently when you don't think differently. You cannot move in a new way with old mindset. That is why the scripture says that you don't put new wine in old wineskin. It will burst. That is why most of us find it difficult to change some habits that are destroying us, that are not making us to see the reality and the success that we want to see in our lives, because you are putting in new information into old wineskin of your mindset. You are not changing yourself, and you think, oh, if I get a new course, if I go to a new school, if I enroll in a new webinar, if I enroll in a new institution, if I go get my master's, maybe if I go for my PhD, whoever, you need to understand that there is something that is constant between all the movement you are making, and that is you. So if you don't change, the things around you will not change. So it's about challenging every belief system that is limiting your life. It's about embracing the possibility, embracing all form of possibility around and in you, and it's about adopting a mindset that is pushing for growth and also for resilience. Another insight that I want you to think about is it's important for you to break free from your comfort zones. Remember what we're talking about today, that make it a point of duty to move different because you want a different life. You cannot want a different life and keep moving the same way. They say that is the definition of madness, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So you need to break free from your comfort zones. See, comfort zones can be both a sanctuary and a prison, depending on how you use it. If you want a different life, you must be willing to break free from the familiarity of what you know. If you want a new life, you must be willing and ready to break free from the familiarity of what you are accustomed to, of what you are familiar with, of what you know. Moving differently involves you stepping outside the confines of your comfort and embracing the discomfort of growth. You need to be ready and willing and okay with the discomfort that comes along with growth. Recognize that True transformation often happens when you challenge the boundaries of what feels safe to you. And also, you need to embrace change as a constant in your life. Change is the only constant in life. So, to move differently, you must embrace change as an integral part of your journey. You need to recognize that growth and evolution requires a willingness to adapt, a willingness to learn, a willingness to let go of the familiar. See, moving differently means navigating the waves of change with curiosity, with courage, and with an open heart. See, there is a power of intentional action rather. Intentional action is the driving force behind you moving differently. It involves you making conscious choices that align with your vision, conscious choices that align with your values, conscious choices that align with your principles for a different life. Identify your goals, all right? Break them down into manageable action steps and take deliberate, intentional actions every single day. You don't stop because it did not work. You stop until you make it work. Did you hear what I say? You don't stop because it did not work. You stop until you make it work, until you learn new ways to do it, until you make it work. So moving differently is not just about random change. No. Your change must be purposeful. Your change must be directed. It must be a purposeful, directed movement towards the life that you want. And you need to let go of old patterns. You've heard it said over and over again that old habits die hard, but eventually they do die. So old habits, patterns can keep you connected to a life that you no longer need, to a life that you no longer serves you. So moving differently requires you to let go of the old and to make space for the new. You need to examine your old habits. Every single habit that you have in your life, you need to examine them. And you need to now identify those habits that no longer align with your vision, and you release them. So you create new empowering habits that propel you towards the different life that you desire. Old keys will not open new doors. The metaphor or that old keys and new doors is saying that there is an essence of moving differently. If you continue to use the same old keys, old ways of thinking, old ways of behaving, old ways of approaching life, you will find yourself unlocking the same doors over and over again. Do you understand me? So to access new opportunities and experiences, you need new keys, you need new way of thinking, you need new behaviors, you need new approach to life. So moving differently involves you acquiring the tools, acquiring the skills, acquiring the mindset that is needed to unlock the doors to a different life. You need to also have the courage to pursue your authenticity. That is one way to move differently. It often requires courage to pursue your authenticity. I know that. So it's about you being true to yourself also. That's what authenticity is about. Even when it challenges societal norms or it challenges the expectation of other people, move and pursue your own authenticity. Authenticity is a powerful force that propels you towards a life that resonates with your core values, a life that resonates with your core passion. So you need to embrace the courage to live authentically and to chart a path that is unique to you. Today, I want you to go ahead and do the following. Create a visual representation of the different life you envision. You can use images, words, and symbols that inspire and motivate you. Cultivate the mindset through meditation, through deep breathing, through self-reflection, because awareness is a crucial step in breaking free from old patterns. Clearly define your goals and break them down into actionable steps. Set timelines, all right, and regularly reassess your progress. And you need to also invest in your personal and professional development. You need to acquire new skills, seek knowledge, stay curious about the world around you. Surround yourself also with positivity. Build a supportive environment by surrounding yourself with positive influences. Seek out like-minded people who inspire and uplift you. And whenever you win, celebrate. No matter how small, celebrate. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress. No matter how small, like I said before, make sure you celebrate. Each step forward is a victory, all right? Each step forward is a victory on your journey to a different life. Do you understand me? So I want you to remember that the journey of moving differently is a continuous process of self-discovery and intentional action. So today, go and move differently. Thank you.